season you will hear us sing. Let's go, 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 White Sox. Chicago's proud of you.
All right, after a 2-month hiatus, the White Sox are back. 1977 White Sox replay. We're at game 65. We left off at game 64, obviously, and the last time we did a game, it was Nolan Ryan and the California Angels besting the White Sox 6-5. And normally I would go into another team, but I want to go ahead and play game 65 because former White Sox Ken Brett is starting for the Angels against his old team, so thought that'd be a good matchup to do. Let's go through the starting lineups very quickly, and there's one player that I have to use the Strat app for because there's no card for him. For the Angels, Gil Flores is in center, Jerry Remy's at second, Dave Chalk's at third, Don Baylor's in left, Bobby Bonds is in right, Mario Guerrero's a shortstop, Ron Jackson's at first. Ike Hampton is a backup catcher who is playing DH today because of the lefty on the mound, so I do have the Ike Hampton Strat app card on the Strat app ready when his time to bat comes up. And then Terry Humphrey, the catcher, will bat ninth. For the White Sox, still no Richie Zisk. I think he's still a little banged up, so we got Ralph Garr leading off with Bannister short, Lemon center, Johnson at first, Soderholm at third, Nordhagen in right, George Orta dropped way down the lineup against the lefty, is hitting seventh, Brian Downing, the DH, and Essien, the catcher. So both their catchers, they're using one for the DH and one for catching. Against the lefty, they're really missing Richie Zisk. So they're going to try to drive on without Richie Zisk and see if they can't get it done today. Game number 65 was played June 22nd, 1977. Through 64 games, the White Sox are now 34-30. So just barely treading above 500. And let's see if we can get the whole score sheet in here. Hoping we can. All right. So starting on the mound for the White Sox is Ken Kravick. And on the 77 season, Kravick, 11-8 with a 4.10 ERA. So two lefties on the mound. And again, this is advanced with the super advanced fielding. That's the only thing that's super advanced is the fielding. Everything else pretty much is just the advanced as far as steals. Not doing ballpark or clutch, none of that stuff. Not checking for balks and wild pitches on every at bat like you do in super advanced. I'm hoping that streamlines things, but I still enjoy the super advanced fielding. I think it's the best and actually one of the easier fielding things to do. It kind of incorporates everything. So we are ready to go. Ken Kravick has finished his warm-up tosses, and after a 2-month hiatus and 25 videos later, we finally get back to the Sox. I've been wanting to do it all this time, and now I'm doing it. Before I start, though, I want to thank everybody, especially the newer folks that came over from the card collecting community for helping me reach 1,000 subs. That's a milestone I never thought I would get to. Unfortunately, when I went to do a live video, YouTube is telling me on my YouTube app on my phone that I still don't meet the requirements. So there's got to be some other kind of hoops I have to jump through, I guess, to get that done. So while I'm waiting for that, we'll just go ahead and continue this way. So here we go. And this game is being played Sunday, November the 10th, 2019, the Sunday before before Veterans Day. Now tomorrow, I am actually off, so we will do a Manic Monday, and it will be to celebrate the 1,000 subscriptions. I will be breaking a box of 1986 Topps with the gum, and I'm going to save that very last, the 36th pack. I'm going to eat the gum, or not eat the gum, I'm going to chew the gum out of the 36th pack on camera. Well, I'm not going to swallow it, just going to chew it for as long as I can, and then dispose of it, obviously. All right, so we're ready to go. Gil Flores will lead things off here for the Angels. I'll bring the score sheet up a little closer when the Angels are batting. Here's Ken Kravick delivering to Gil Flores, and we're underway finally. 1-7. Ground ball to second, that's one away. So an easy play there by Orta. One away, and that brings up Jerry Remy. 3-7 against a lefty. 3-7 is a solid single for Jerry Remy. So he gets aboard with one away, and he could be a threat to steal. He's a double-A stealer. So obviously that's going to work out to his favor. And I did have to pull the rule book out for advanced just to make sure that I'm straight on steals. And with the steals, a double A stealer like Remy gets a -2 deduction for being held. So -2. Essien is a 0 arm, so he's neutral on his arm. We don't worry about Ken Kravik's hold rating, that's not in the factor. So it's simply going to be the double A -2. Now double A starts out as a 17, so -2 is a 15. 1 to 15, and Jerry Remy will get himself a stolen base. It's a 7, so he does get the stolen base. So Remy is at second base. 1 away for the next man up, Dave Chalk. His card got a little bent there. Don't know how that happened. I guess in the envelope maybe. 112 against a lefty. 112 is a walk. So he would have gotten a second anyway. He didn't have to steal because the walk would have got him there. But now there's 2 on, 1 out for big guy Don Baylor. 2-9. 2-9 struck him out. It's a big strikeout for Kravik. In fact, I think all the results have come off the batter card so far. So Kravik really hasn't been involved yet. Here's Bobby Bonds. He better be involved here. And he is, 6'10". And that is a fly ball to center field. Now, if we were doing the ballparks, it'd be a singles check, but we're not. So it's simply a fly to center. And the Angels, after putting 2 on, are retired here in the first by Kravik. And now we begin the bottom of the first. It's the Angels nothing and the White Sox coming to bat. And it's going to be former Sox pitcher Ken Brett, 13-14 with a 4.53 ERA on the season. He started the season well for the Sox and then kind of faded. So let's see if he can muster up something against his old mates. Ralph Garr leading things off, left fielder. 5-3. We're from the blue side today because it's both lefties. 5-3 against a lefty is a fly ball left field X. Left fielder in this case is Baylor. And Baylor, his defensive rating for Don Baylor, he's a 4E11. So obviously he's like a DH playing the outfield. But the D20's kind, he might still make the play. 4 and a 10. That's going to be interesting. I think he'll probably get to that. 4 and a 10. No, he won't. 4 and a 10 is an SI2, according to this. A 4 and a 10 is an SI2. This is a 12, and he is an E11. So we check E11. There is no 12. There's a 13 and a 15, but no 12. So it is going to be a single. No error on the play, but it is going to be a single for Ralph Garr. So he starts things off with a leadoff single. He's not really a threat to steal. He's kind of up in years now. Those days with Atlanta are long gone. So he's going to pretty much stay stationary. And that brings up Alan Bannister. 5-5. Ground ball shortstop X. So that is going to be Mario Guerrero. He's a 4E12. 4 and a 17 should be a good play. 4 and a 17 is actually a chance for a double play. And there's a 10, so I doubt there's any errors on that. We'll double check it. There is not, so it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Nice play by Guerrero. And quickly, 2 runners are erased. 2 outs. Bases clear for Chet Lemon, who normally hits in about the 7th or 8th position, but with this scout, Bob Lemon has bumped him up to the number 3 position against the lefty anyway. 4-6, and that's a base hit, so it's a good thing he did it. 4-6 is a base hit. 1-3 is a double. Anything else is a single. That's a 2, so it's a double for Chet Lemon. And how big was that double play now? That potentially cost him a run. That'll bring up Lamar Johnson, first baseman, giving Jim Spencer, the lefty, the day off. 3-2 against a lefty. It's a base hit to right. We're not using the clutch because we're not doing super advanced, so the single to right's going to stand. The question is, can he score? Lemon was being held, and the right fielder Bonds has a good arm. So if we look at the arm on Bobby Bonds, let's take a look at that. He has an arm rating of -4. So he's being held, which is going to knock 1 off his speed. And Lemon's speed to begin with is a 14, so that knocks it down to a 13. But then Bonds is a -4. Knocks him down to a 9. But then you add 2 for there being 2 outs, brings it back to an 11. So 1 to 11, he will score. They're going to try it. And he makes it a 10, so that 2-out bonus helped him. And the Sox get on the board. RBI single from Johnson. And since we're not doing super advanced, I'm not worried about Johnson advancing to second on the throw and all that stuff. I'm keeping it pretty basic, in case you were curious. So here is Soderholm. Sox up 1-0. 110 is a fly to center to end the inning. But the Sox do get on the board thanks to the RBI single from Lamar Johnson. Sox lead at 1-0 as we go to the second, as they're trying to dispatch their former mate, Ken Brett. All right, so we got Guerrero, and then we're going to have Jackson and Hampton. And remember, Hampton is off of the player app, so I need to get that ready to go. So let's see here. Okay, we got that all ready to go off to the side in case it's needed. Maybe we'll roll off the pitcher card and it won't matter. All right, here is Guerrero. 6-6 against the pitcher card. 1-7 is a triple. 8-20, he will fly to left. So 1-7, and he got 3 bags. Nope, it's a fly to left. This guard was able to track it down, 1 away. Brings up first baseman Ron Jackson. 4-10 against a righty. Catcher X. Catcher is Essien, and Essien defensively is a rating of, you know what, I didn't get Essien's card out here. Let me do that. Got everything else out there, but didn't get Essien. How about that? So Essien is a 2E4. So Essien a 2E4. 2-17. Okay with that. 2-17 is a G2. And that's an 8. E4 on an 8. There is no 8, so it's a good play. A little grounder in front of the plate. Essien pounces on it for out number 2. That will bring up Ike Hampton. So let's see what Hampton can do. As I said, the first 2 batters have come off the pitcher card. So let's see if this comes off the batter card. Of course it will when I need the app. All right, so it's a 2-8 for Hampton, and that's a strikeout right there. 2-8 is a strikeout. So Hampton is gone, and so are the Angels here in the second. So we go to the bottom of the second. Sox still holding a 1-0 lead behind Ken Kravick. And now we have Wayne Nordhagen, the right fielder, taking the place of Richie Zisk. He will lead things off, followed by Orta and Downing. And if anybody gets on, it'll be Essien. So Nordhagen, 6-7. 6-7 is a lot of hits in column 6 off of Brett, but this one's a ground ball to short. So easy play there for shortstop Guerrero. 1 away for George Orta. Dropped down to 7th in the batting order against the lefty. 6-8. Struck him out, and that's why. Oh, that was off the pitcher card, so really had no choice. 6-8 was a strikeout against righties or lefties. So here's Downing. 6-8. Yep, we get another 6-8. It's another strikeout. So did it once against the lefty, once against the righty. And the inning is over. All right, so 2 innings are in the books. Still 1-0 Sox. It'll be catcher Terry Humphrey, number 9 hitter, coming to the plate for the Angels. Terry Humphrey. I'll keep the line score in play there. 2-7 for Humphrey against a lefty. It's a ground ball to short, 1 away. So 1 down, and that will bring up top of the order, Gil Flores. Grounded to second his first trip, 5-8. He's going to pop it up to short this time, so he can't get it out of the infield. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Jerry Remy. Jerry Remy. 3-7 against a lefty is a solid single for Remy. He's 2 for 2. Last time he stole a base, but I think I'm going to hold him here this time. I'm not going to abuse that stolen base thing. Here's Chalk. 6-6 against Chalk. Oh, it's a 1-7 triple. 8-20. It'll be Ralph Garr flagging it down again. It's a 20, so Ralph Garr was able to flag it down, and the inning is over. So another 0 in the books. Ken Kravick, 3 shutout innings of the Angels. Go to the bottom of the third. It's still 1-0 Sox. And Jim Essien, the catcher, number 9 hitter, lead things off. 2-7, 2-7. He's going to walk to start the inning. Usually if you're pitching, a leadoff walk almost always scores for some reason or another. More so than a leadoff hit, I think. So here's Gar. Now he could bunt. He is a B bunter. They're expecting it, so make him a C bunter. So they're going to do a C bunt here on the advanced strategy chart. So we roll the 2d6s. It's a 6. He is now a C bunter. C and a 6 is batter is thrown out by third baseman, runner advances. So it's a good bunt. Sacrifice hit, 5-4 covering. So Gar gets the runner in scoring position for Alan Bannister and Chet Lemon. They have 2 chances to bring him home on a base hit. Bannister, 4-11. 4-11 is a fly ball right field B, so Essing's going to have to hold at second with 2 down. And it'll be up to Chet Lemon to get it done. Doubled his first trip, 3-4. And now he's going to single, but it's only 1 star, so he cannot score. It's a clutch there, but again, we're not playing clutch. But it is a single 1 star, so Essing, even though there's 2 outs, he has to hold at third. Puts runners at the corners for Lamar Johnson, who had that big RBI single in the first. Got a chance to do it again. 6-11, he will not. He grounds to short. I'm sorry, I got Kravik's card out there. What was I doing with Kravik's card out there? 6-11 is a single to center field. I'm supposed to have Brett out there. I think on the previous one I may have messed one up there as well. I don't remember what the result was, so I just have to go with it. But this one, Brett, 6-11 was the roll. That was the roll. 6-11 is a single. It's not a ballpark single. It's a regular single. So Lamar Johnson comes through again. Second RBI. Lemon will stop at second base, but Essien scores to make it 2-0 Sox. 2-0 Sox. I don't know how I forgot to switch pitchers there, but that was kind of weird. All right, here's Soderholm. 1-7. Ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning. But the Sox take a 2-0 lead. As we go to the 4th, we'll make sure we have the right pitcher in there now. Kravik back out. Facing Don Baylor. 5-5. Ground ball shortstop X. That is Bannister. And he is a 4. E. 4-8. So hold your breath here on this one. 4 and a 9. 4 and a 9. So we'll check the shortstop here. A 4 and a 9 is a G3, so we'll get to that. And that's a 10. E48 and a 10. There is no 10, so it's good play. As Alan Bannister was able to get it done. 1 away for Bobby Bonds. Definitely want to keep him off the bases. 1-5, but they won't. It's a walk. And Double-A Steeler, he's going to be looking to run. So he'll be looking to run. Double-A Steelers is 17. We already know that the hold is a -2 and the Essing's a 0. So it's a 1-15 for Bobby Bonds. And he's in there, stolen base. So Bonds steals second. It's in scoring position for Mario Guerrero, followed by Ron Jackson. 2-7. 2-7 is a fly to center. 2 down. Now I don't know. Let me see if that B question mark applies. I think that the fly ball has to be to right field to get that done, but I'll double check it just to be sure that I'm not missing anything on that. But I think the fly ball B question mark has to be to right field to go to third. Yeah, right field only. So the fly to center is not going to help him. It's 2 down for Ron Jackson. 3-8. 3-8 is a double for Ron Jackson. Look at that. That'll score the run. RBI double for Ron Jackson. Jackson, if you're nasty. And it is a 2-1 ball game, as he went nasty on that baseball. Cut the lead to 2-1, and now we have Ike Hampton again. So we got to fire up the app and see if he is going to be used or whether it's off the pitcher hitting card. check that out here. So we get it all fired up. Okay, now we're ready. And of course now it's off the pitcher card, so we don't have to worry about it. 6-11, ground ball to short. That's going to do it. But the run comes across for the Angels. Cut the lead to 2-1 on the double by Jackson. And we go to bottom of the fourth, 2-1, favor of the Sox. Nordhagen back out. 5-10 is a ground ball shortstop X off of Brett's card. Shortstop Guerrero has a rating of 4E12. 4 and a 7 should be okay. Barely. It's ground G3. That's a 5, so it's a rare play. So go to G3 rare places. Batter line's a shot that hits the mound and deflects to the fielder and makes the play at first for the out. So that's nothing really unusual about that. We just call it a typical 6-3 grounder. I'm going to say Brett did not get his hand on it, just hit the mound. So here comes Humphrey. Oh, wrong stack again. I keep pulling from the wrong stack. My bad. Here's order. 5-7, lefty on lefty. 5-7, ground ball second base X. That's Remy. And Jerry Remy. It's a 2E21. 2 and a 2 could be trouble. 2 and a 2 is an SI1. That's a 12. E21 and a 12. There is no 12 on an E21. So it's just simply a base hit. So Orta sneaks one past Remy. 1 on, 1 out for Brian Downing. Orta's not really a threat to steal. He will be held though. He is a D-stealer, did steal 4 bases on the year, so he will be held. 4-9. 4-9. Pop up to short. 2 down. And it's going to be up to Jim Essien to keep it going. With Orta at first base. 4-10. Catcher X. So that is Mr. Humphrey. And he's a 2E4. 2 and a 5. I believe is okay. 2 and a 5 is a P/P. And that is a 10 on an E4. No 10. P/P. Let's see here. All runs advance. 1 base on a pass ball. But if you're using the super advanced, then you're going to have to look at the wild pitch rating of the pitcher Brett. So that's a 5. See if it's a wild pitch or not. It is. So it's a wild pitch that moves Orta to second. But then the batter at that point was back at the plate. So there is no, in advance you get that pass ball pop up, but in this one you don't. You go straight to the next at bat. So that's a pass ball, or wild. Well, actually, I put wild pitch. It should say pass ball. Pass ball. Not that it really matters. He's at second base. That's what counts with 2 outs for Essien. He's back at the plate again. He's going to walk, so that's going to keep the inning going. So 2 on, 2 out. Top of the order, Ralph Garr. Chance to get that run back. 4-8 against a lefty. 4-8 is a single 2 stars. He does it. So the pass ball comes into play. Single 2 stars, and that will score Orta and move Essien to third. So the Sox now lead it 3-1. They get that run back. Here's Bannister. 3-11, and that's another single to left field. That will score Essien. Orta will stop at second with the ball hit to left field. Another run is in. It is now 4-1. And the Angel bullpen starting to see some activity down there. Paul Hartzell loosening. Chet Lemon 1-5. Fly ball to left field. Would have been a home run check on a ballpark, but it's simply a fly to left. And that's going to end the inning. But 2 more come across, and it is 4-1. And now the Sox are seeing why they got rid of Ken Brett. I think that might be all for Ken Brett. It's always going to go. Paul Hartzell The right-hander is going to be coming on. He pitched in this game in real life, so it makes sense to use him again. He is a long reliever, starter plus reliever. So he's got a starter rating of 6, relief rating of 3, so he can certainly go a few innings, to say the least. All right, Kravick is out there facing number 9 hitter Terry Humphrey. Start things off. 312 against a lefty, and that's a single to right field. We're not dropping down using this. We're using the original result because it's not super advanced, so it is a single to right. So Humphrey leads off with a single. He is an E stealer, so he will not even be held. And here's Gil Flores. 410 off of Kravick is a catcher X. So Essien, again, is a 2 and an E4, I think. Yep, 2E4. 2 and a 17, that should be no problem. 2 and a 17 is a G2. And a 9 on an E4 is no problem there. So a G2, I believe, is a fielder's choice. The runner at first base, it is a force play. So it is a fielder's choice. We'll call it 2 to 4. Second baseman covering with the righty at the plate. So it's a 2-4 fielder's choice. One away. Flores is on now. He will be held, but he will not steal. He's a C stealer, but he will be held. Here's Remy. 2-4 for Remy against the lefty. Ground ball pitcher B. It's another fielder's choice. Call that one a 1-6 on the fielder's choice. 1-6. So now Remy's aboard, and he's got a chance to steal. He stole once already, so he's probably going to try it again. And we've already done the numbers. It's a 1 through 15 chance, so he's going to take it, and he makes it. Now that it's also a 1, 2, or 3, so we're checking for a throwing error on Essien, who isn't his T rating. I gotta look at his T rating, not his error rating. Essien's T rating is a 1 to 7. So we roll the D20. If it's a 1 through 7, then it's an error into the outfield. And it is a 9, not a 6. It is a 9. 6 is down here with a dot. This is a 9, so no throwing error, as Bannister was able to corral it before anything happened. But it is a runner in scoring position for chalk. 4-9, fly ball to center. Lemon's got it. Inning's over. So nothing doing for the Angels here in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and we get a new pitcher coming in for the Angels. It will be right-hander Paul Hartzell. On the season in 77, he was 8-12 with a 3.57 ERA. Did have 23 starts and also had 4 saves, so he kind of went in both directions, but he did pitch in this game, so he is going to be the first one out of the pen. So let's put Hartzell in here for Brett, and we got to take a few seconds here to calculate Brett's performance, which was not all that good. 4 innings pitched. He faced 18 batters. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. I've got him for 4 runs. They were all earned. No homers. Checks his walks and strikeouts. He struck out 2, and he walked at least that many. 1, 2. Thought he had more walks than that, but I've only got him for 2 walks. All right, so that's it right there. 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And unless the Angels rally, he will be on the hook for the loss. So Hartzell facing Lamar Johnson. Start the 5th. Righty on righty. Now we start going off the red columns. 1-7, and that's a ground ball to short. Handled by Guerrero, 1 away for Eric Soderholm. 1-7, that's another ground ball to short. So back-to-back ground balls to Guerrero. 2 up, 2 down for Nordhagen. 1-4. That's a home run chance. 1 to 15 is a home run. 16 to 20 is a triple. So 1 to 15, and Nordhagen goes deep. And that is a 10. So it barely held on. It is a 10. It is a home run for Nordhagen. He's doing his best Richie Zisk impersonation and goes deep against Hartzell. Puts the Sox an extra run up. Is now 5 to 1. Here's George Orta. 4-9. 4-9 is a solid single off of Hartzell. So the Sox treating Hartzell rudely. Here's Brian Downing, DH. 2-5, 2-5, ground ball to short again. So all 3 outs were ground balls to short, but in between was a home run from Mr. Nordhagen. And at the end of 5, it is 5-1 in favor of the Sox. So now Kravick coming back out. He's got a 7 for his fatigue rating, so he's still in good shape. Don Baylor will lead us off. Starting the 6th. 1-9 against the lefty. It's a home run chance. 1-6 is a home run. 7-20 is a double. That is a home run for Don Baylor. So Baylor cracks one deep. So as soon as I say Kravick's in good shape, he gives up a home run, but it's a solo homer. So those don't hurt you quite as bad. That solo homer just makes the score 5-2. And here's Bobby Bonds. 6-10, and that's a fly to center. One away. Brings up Mario Guerrero, shortstop. 3-12 against the left-hander. 3-12. Line out third base max, so it's a low max, but nobody's on base to worry about it. So just a line out to third. That's the old Neil Lomax. Ron Jackson, 2 outs, base is empty. 4-11. Fly ball to right, handled by Nordhagen, and that's going to end the inning. So the home run from Baylor is all they got. And at the end of 5.5, it is 5-2 in favor of the Southside Hitmen. And Hartzell will come back out for another inning of work, obviously. Facing Jim Essien, the number 9 hitter. Essien's walked twice, 2-6 against a lefty. He's going to pop to short. He almost walked again, but this one's a pop to short. I'm sorry, he's against a right-hander, not a left-hander. I'm so used to looking off the left-hand side, too. It's still a pop to short against a righty, so I got to be careful of that. We're in the red, not the blue, for both pitchers. 1-8 for Gar. He's going to ground it right back to Hartzell. 2 up, 2 down for Alan Bannister. 3-5. Solid single for Alan Bannister. So he's 2 for 4. Brings up Chet Lemon. He is not going to steal. He will be held. 2-9 for Lemon. Struck him out. Didn't matter if he was held or not, because that's the 3rd out of the inning. As Hartzell puts the K on Lemon. Or I guess you could say put the squeeze on Lemon if you want to really be bad. All right, here is Kravick, and this will be the start of his point of weakness innings, number 7. And the leadoff man is set to be none other than Ike Hampton. So we're going back to the Strat app to get his card ready. Let's see if we need it, or whether we roll out the pitcher card. We do need it. It's a 1-12 against a left-hander, and that's a ground ball to short. He just missed the home run chance at 110 and 111, but look at that. He's got all kinds of home run chances in column 1, but 12 is a ground ball to short. So he just missed it. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Terry Humphrey, the catcher. 6-8. 6-8 against a right-hander. Struck him out. Kravick rolling along here. Going to face Gil Flores, top of the order. 3-9 against a left-hander. All these hits in column 3, and he found a strikeout. Kravick living right. Has gone through 7 innings and hasn't had he has only 1 knock against his point of weakness, so he's in pretty good shape there, I would say. And we go to the bottom of the 7th with the score: White Sox 5 and the Angels 4. And we will turn it over to Harry. All right. I missed not hearing Harry for a while, so he's back in action. Mr. Harry. And now we're ready to go for the bottom of the 7th. Paul Hartzell back out facing Lamar Johnson, who has been a thorn in the side of the Angels. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 runs driven in. 6-8, 6-8 is another single. So this time he's going to lead off with a base hit. So Johnson just keeps on hitting. Leadoff single brings up Eric Soderholm. Johnson will not be held. He's an East dealer, so he will not be held. Soderholm, 5-9. Ooh, look at that. 1-8's a triple, 9-20 is a double. Some more trouble for Hartzell. That is a 9, so it's a double. And Johnson, it does not run well, so they will hold him at third with nobody out. So runners at second and third, nobody out. The infield's going to have to come in. And the Angels have their bullpen going again. They have some activity down there. Dave LaRoche, their left-hander, is down there, but he's their closer, so you probably don't want to use their closer. So Dyer Miller, the righty, is actually loosening down there. So Dyer Miller. There's Nordhagen. Infield is in. 5-4. Catcher X. This could be interesting. Humphrey, as a defensive catcher, is 2E4. 2 and a 2. That could be troublesome. 2 and a 2 is a W/G, and that's an 8. No error there, but a W/G on the board here. W/G. With runners on base, pitcher uncorks a wild pitch. All runners advance 1 base, and play resumes with the same batter at the plate. So there you go. A wild pitch, and that will bring home a run. That will bring home a run on the wild pitch, and it will also move Soderholm to third. Nordhagen still at the plate. And that wild pitch, runner at third, infield still in. Got to choke the runoff. 110. Fly ball right field B, question mark, chance for the sacrifice fly. Let's check the run rating of Soderholm. Not very good. Well, 13, not bad. So if we look at the book, 13 and the B question mark, I believe you add 2 and then factor in the outfielder arm, if I remember correctly. B question mark. Yep, 2, and then right here it says outfielder's arm plus 2. So we take the outfielder's arm in right field bonds as a -4. That's a deterrent right there. Plus the 2 makes it a -2 overall. With the 13 from Soderholm makes him an 11. So it's a 1 to an 11 to try to score. But there'd still only be 1 out and a runner at third, so they're not gonna test bonds. They're gonna hold the runner Soderholm and see if George Order can do it. Infield still in. 110 against a right-hander. Ground ball first base B. So let's look at the chart, and I do like to use this chart here. The Super Advanced ground ball chart. It's a B with a runner at third. Runner at third, B, ground ball B is a 5. Says if hit to second or short, batter out, runners advance 1 base. Otherwise, batter out, runner holds. Well, the ground ball, 110, was... Wait a minute. Wasn't that a ground ball? What am I looking at now? Now I'm getting confused all of a sudden. Did I misread something? Maybe I looked at 210 by mistake. Because to me, 110 is a triple. I'm thinking I must have looked at 110. Had to be, because that's the only thing that's out there that makes sense. So I had to look at 210. So if I rolled 110, which I'm assuming I did because I haven't touched the dice since, that's a triple for Orta. So maybe I missed something there. I can't go back and fix it now, so I'm going to have to just play it the way I see it, which is a triple for Orta. And if I messed it up, I apologize, but I went back to look at the book and then forgot what I rolled, but obviously I never touched the dice, so 110 to me is a triple. I don't know what else to look at. You know what else? I was looking at the lefties. That's what I was looking at. I was looking at 110 versus lefty, but Hartzell, of course, is a right-hander. But I've been playing the game to start against lefties, but I put it back against righties. That's a triple. So that's obviously a mistake I made. Fortunately, it was caught. And Soderholm will score easily. Didn't have to fight it with that sac fly. So triple scores the run, and here comes Downing. Infield still in. 110 again. It's ground ball, shortstop B. Now this says, with the infield in, I was looking at back, it should be infield in, ground ball B, runner at third, it's a 7, batter safe, lead runner out. So how about that? So they threw him out, trying to score. So that will be a 6-2 ground out, and then Downing reaches on the fielder's choice. So 2 away, runner at first. And here's Essien. 4-9. 1-16 is a single with 1 star. 17-20 he grounds out. It's a single. Keeps the inning going. Downing will stop at second base. And that'll bring up Ralph Garr. 4-9. And that's another single. So that's going to be it for Paul Hartzell. They can't go any more with him. That single is going to probably produce a run. We'll see. The single went to center. Center fielder's arm, Flores. Let's check his arm out. He's a 0 arm. So the runner, Downing, though, I don't think runs very well. An 11. But he does get a 2-out boost to make it 13. He was being held, makes him a 12. So 1-12, he will score. They're going to try it. 13, he is out. So he is out, trying to score. So we're going to say Downing is out 8-2 as Flores came up firing. And that will end the inning. Fortunately for the Angels, the White Sox had 2 runners thrown out at the plate. So they only get 2 runs, but they still lead it now 7-2 in very comfortable fashion. 7-2. And that's going to be it for Hartzell. They're going to have Dyer Miller pitch the 8th, I do believe. But for the Sox, they're going to stick with Kravick. He's only had 1 notch against this point of weakness. So he's going to keep going here against Jerry Remy. 5-6 against a left-hander, struck him out. So Kravick still hanging in there. The bullpen is light tossing. Former Angel Don Kirkwood, one of the guys they got in the trade for Ken Brett, is loosening in the bullpen. Dave Chalk. 5-6. Ground ball to third, handled by Soderholm. 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down for Don Baylor. Kravick might go 8 innings here. 6-9. Struck him out. He's not tired, so the dot does not come into play. Struck him out. And I think Kravick's going to settle for 8 innings of solid baseball. And they lead at 7-2. And we'll get a new pitcher, and that new pitcher is going to be Dyer Miller. As the Angels are in dire straits right now. Dyer Miller, 6-6, 3.53 ERA and 5 saves. The right-hander Hartzell goes 3 innings. And let's see what he did in his 3 innings. He went, let's see here. Actually, he faced 21 batters. I didn't count those 3 up there, did I? Okay. All right, so he gave up a home run. We know that. And a total of 3 runs. All earned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. Boy, they got a lot of hits against him. Only getting the 3 runs. Let's see here. Anything for walks and strikeouts? I'm seeing a strikeout and no walks. No walks and a strikeout. All right. He did have a wild pitch, didn't he? Certainly did. Batters faced. 7, so that would be 16 batters faced. All right, so Dyer Miller set to go here in the bottom of the 8th. We'll be facing middle of the order, Bannister, Lemon, and Johnson. 1-6 against a right-hander is a leadoff walk. For Alan Bannister, he will not be held. 1, because he's a D stealer, and 2, because they have a 5-run lead. They're not going to steal. Here's Lemon. 2-7 for Lemon. 1-2 is a single. 3-20 he lines to Guerrero. And he does line to Guerrero. 1 away. Brings up Lamar Johnson. 6-5. Ground ball shortstop A. That's a double play. 6-4-3 to end the inning. So Dyer Miller goes 1 inning. Gives up a walk and nothing else. Facing the minimum. 3 batters. Alright, so we go to the 9th. It is a 7-2 lead for the Sox. And Kravic will get a nice hand from his manager and the bench, his teammates, and they're going to bring in Don Kirkwood. Kirkwood, 2-1 with a 5.15 ERA and a save. So he will come in. It's not a save situation, obviously. And before we start with Kirkwood, we need to figure out the totals on Kravic. So Kravic gave up the 2 runs. One was a homer. They were both earned. And let's see what we've got here. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3, 4, 5. I got him for 5 hits. He faced 31 batters. He walked 1, 2. I got him for 2 walks. These are all unofficial. When I type this in the Strat computer, it will give me the official totals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got him for 6 strikeouts unofficially. Okay, so unofficial. Kravic, 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, all earned, 1 home run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and I think it's not too far-fetched to go ahead and say he's going to get the win. In fact, I'll go ahead and put the X here. I'll be bold and put the X here in the 9th, thinking it's not going to be a bottom of the 9th. If I get egg on my face, I get egg on my face later. But here's Bobby Bonds, top of the 9th, facing Don Kirkwood, former teammates. 1-8. 1-8. It's a 1-13 single. 14-20, he grounds to Soderholm. And it's a base hit for Bonds. He will not steal, though, because they're down 7-2. They don't want to take the chance. His run doesn't really mean anything. You got to get more runs than that. So his advancing is not that important. Guerrero, 4-8. That's a single, 2 stars. So maybe that X might be a little premature, as Lemon may have to get the bullpen working again. There are runners at the corners now with nobody out for Ron Jackson. 4-9 against Kirkwood against a righty. It's a strikeout. So it struck him out for out number 1, and now Hampton's coming up, but he was in there against the lefties, so they're going to pinch hit for Hampton, will the Angels, and they're going to bring in Tony Saleta, and he actually did pinch hit for Hampton in the real game. So it is going to be Tony Saleta, who is normally their DH when they play a right-handed pitcher. So Saleta is in to hit for Hampton. 2 on, 1 out. 1-10, and that's a foul out to the catcher. So he fouls him out. 2 down, and it's up to Terry Humphrey. And let's see if they use anybody else off the bench. Who do they have on their bench? They do have Joe Rudy, so they're going to bring in Joe Rudy to pinch hit for Humphrey. Because Humphrey really is not a good hitter and didn't do much in this game. So Joe Tutti Frutti Rudy will pinch hit. 5-8. Ground ball, second base X. That's Orta. That's an adventure. He's a 4. 4-3. That's most likely a base hit. 4-3 is a single, 2 stars. Make sure there's no error on the play. Orta is a E23, and that is a 9. E23. And there is no 9. Only 11 is the main error on that one. So it's a single, 2 stars, and that will score a run. So Rudy with a pinch hit RBI single will score Bonds to cut the lead to 7-3. Move Guerrero to third. Light tossing now in the Sox bullpen as Laren LeGros, their closer, is getting up just in case. We'll see if Kirkwood can finish things out here against Gil Flores. 112. Fly ball to left, that's going to do it. So the inning and the ball game is now over. Angels do get a run, but that's going to do it. Final score 7-3. Favor of the White Sox. I don't have anybody with an error, so that's good. Kirkwood, 1 inning pitched, and he faced 6 batters, giving up 3 hits and a run. It's not the most stellar outing in the world. He did get a strikeout. So now we can do our totals. Move this out of the way and bring these totals in. First of all, the Sox improved to 35-30 on the season. For the Angels, they got 3 runs and 8 hits and no errors. For the Sox, 7 runs, 16 hits, no errors. So it could have been obviously a lot worse. They had a couple guys thrown out the plate, and let's check the left on base, because when you get 16 hits, you almost expect to get more than 7 runs. Left on base for the Angels, they left 2 on here, 1 there, that's 3, 1 there, that's 4, 1 there, that's 5, 1 there, 2 there, that's 7 total. Left on. For the Sox, they left on 1 here, 2 there, that makes 3, 2 more there makes 5, 1 there makes 6, 1 there makes 7, 2 here makes 9, so total of 9 left on. So there you go. Winning pitcher was Ken Kravick. Losing pitcher was Ken Brett. No save involved. Sox win it 7-3 over the Angels. They have 1 more game, I believe, left with California, and then the Oakland A's come to town, and that would be the next video when the Oakland A's come to town. Right now they improved to 35-30, so I need to type this in the computer and then sim the other games to see how they're doing in the overall standings. Right now it's still the Twins and the Royals in front of them, so they've got some work to do to catch up, but they're trying. So Ken Kravick and the Sox get the win. I don't think I did already. So the final game of the series, I've already filled it in on the score sheet, is Francisco Barrios against Wayne Simpson. And we can write in that the Sox are now 35-30. So this is will be game 66 when that comes up. And the next video will be game 67 against the Oakland A's. So once again, as we leave you, Sox even the series at a game apiece with this 7-3 victory. Ken Kravick over Ken Brett. So this Ken beat that Ken. And all we need now is Ken Castro to finish it off. Alright, so that's going to do it from here. Hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And as usual, I will see you all down the road.